Hello and welcome to the back nine of round one of the 2025 Discraft Ledgestone Open, presented by Zuka, our 15th stop on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Whoa, I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hotkeys.
Honk. It has felt like a lot of stops, but it's weird seeing it.
Yeah, it's also
enumerated.
2025. It's also August. Like, what's happening?
We don't know, but we're here for it.
And we're here to talk you through it. Paige Pierce, the only one able to keep the round squeaky clean right now. She is not quite playing as good as she would like, but she is protecting those birdies by really recovering well with after errant shots. Everyone else kind of struggling, own heating up as we move towards the back nine. Rebecca Cox with the current hot round at 3 down right now through 9 holes, and it only gets harder from here.
Yeah, this one kind of one breath of fresh air before you get smothered. It's par 3, 325 feet. The drone is flying the left side gap, which I think is less common, but still definitely a potential route you can take. I think more often you see the right side where you just throw basically a pure hyzer, like a straight pushing shot that just fades at the very end and usually gets a little bit of a skip. It's a nice green with a very slightly elevated basket.
We had 3 players go left side, only 1 go right
Really?
today. Yeah.
Would you say that that's strange though?
No.
I usually see more right.
I feel like they trimmed the branches or something on the left side. Holy moly, Holyn coming in hot. Most players coming in well short of that and having to get that little skip. Holyn getting there in the air.
Yeah, needing to slow down, honestly.
Maybe it is less rare. I don't know. I've left side looked more open to me this year.
I agree that it does look friendlier, but I don't know. I just see this a little bit more and own demonstrating the shot perfectly.
Yeah, textbook.
It's kind of hard to get the skip you need going that side, though, because the grass is a little more lush than normal.
Yeah, you have to go full air shot.
Paige going full air. Ooh. Coming in real hot. It's going to be a tricky... I don't even know if she'll have a real look from there, but she's technically on the green. Four for 4 right side.
Yeah, there they go.
Bummer. Perfect pace on that one from Missy.
She catches the one tree you have to miss. Here's Paige from deep. Looks like she has a little gap. She's going through the routine. This basket's slightly elevated, not quite high enough for the classic Pro Tour Lighthouse, but it is higher than a normal basket to make up for all the low ones.
I don't know. To me, this is a low-high basket. It's still low.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And Holyn, what a putt.
Yeah. Very nicely done. Had to straddle, had that one tree in her way. And she's working her way back towards even par.
She was, oh, it says only 25 feet. She looks farther than that. Nice birdie from Own as well. A couple steps outside the bullseye. There were 15 birdies on hole 10. It was the second easiest hole of the day. I would have thought this was the easy. Oh, I bet 11's the easiest.
Yeah. I guess you get, 2 kind of breaths of fresh air, but the next one does have some trees and you can find trouble.
Yeah, it has
this one,
teeth.
I don't know. You don't see like a ton of bogeys, which is nice.
Besides multi-putts.
Yeah. Owen moving to 3 down with that birdie.
Yeah, 3, 10, and 11, the only holes to average under par.
Well, it looks like we got 4-way tie at the top. Rebecca Cox, Owen, Valerie, Rebecca Dawn.
2 Rebeccas. Here is the easiest hole of the day at 260 feet. It's still not that easy. You can look at this narrow gap right here. You see a lot of forehand flex shots that are fading in either right at or right after this little cluster of trees on the left. Backhand turnover works as well, but you have to get a little bit of finish on the end of the flight because if you trickle to the right side, it can be tough to recover your putt for birdie. But this is one that you don't see a ton of bogeys. Most players these days are able to at least get down and give themselves a look.
Holyn gonna show us that sidearm.
28 competitors out of 49 getting to circle 1 in regulation, and 39 out of 49 getting to circle 2.
Holyn missing the one tree you have to miss on the sidearm. Well, I guess you have to miss on the backhand too, but I feel like you kind of have to push it on the sidearm.
I can't decide which shot I like better.
I've done both successfully. Like, it's kind of nice. What are you feeling that day?
Yeah, exactly. I flip-flop what I throw every single round almost. Own opting for the backhand, a nice little panning shot. Paige going to pull out the trusty fierce.
And goes towards that left side, but I think she'll be on the edge. You go a couple feet in there and you're like, oh my gosh, am I going to bogey this hole actually?
Pretty.
Oh, beautiful, tiny little flex shot from Missy.
Oh, you're not lying.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Just
she's
a
fine,
little
but
farther.
yeah, a couple. It's easy to find some stuff over there.
And she's running that putt hard, even though it drops off behind the basket. Checks up nicely though.
Inside the circle, looking at another birdie. This one downhill, in some gorgeous lighting.
Ooh,
Rona really heating up. Paige doing a good job to protect her birdies, as Madison said earlier.
yeah, nice little conversion on the tester putt.
Missy threw a Z jawbreaker flex sole off the tee.
This is Missy's chance for Missy's first birdie of the day, I believe.
Yep. Here we
She's
go.
back.
On the board. Feels good.
Almost half the field birdieing hole 11. You're definitely a little bummed if you don't get that one.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man. And
Aw,
you,
shoot.
yeah, and then you have to head right into, because you know you need a stroke there, heading into one of the hardest par fives we play all year long.
Yep.
Has your game gotten stale?
Yo, bro. Looking a little gray. Try some color. Thanks, Ledgestone.
This is the Ledgestone finale. 10 days of massive drops starting August 6th. Add some color to your game. Visit shopledgestone.com today.
Hole 12, here we are. It's a par 5, 725 feet. Very technical couple shots. First shot, you usually don't see people getting too aggressive. You want to land right about here. If you push it and you land at the base of the hill, it actually makes the next shot harder. Next shot, you want to land kind of at the base of this tunnel. If you can get down there through the tunnel a little bit, great, but you don't usually see ladies get too aggressive, because if you're on one side or the other, you're now having difficulty scraping even a par together. So it's 2 placement shots in a row, followed by what is almost always a nearly 300-foot tunnel shot.
Here's Addison from the tee. She's pushing those trees on the right side, filtering at the very last second after getting a little lucky through there. She's pinched to the right, but if there's anywhere I would rather be, it's right there. I love this little turn shot that she gets to throw up to the middle of the fairway. It allows you to be a little bit more aggressive and shorten this tunnel shot that Erika was talking about. She's probably about 220 away, 230. No problem.
Yeah, well done. That's the advantage of pushing just a little bit into that tunnel.
And she's going to make this birdie look really simple.
Yeah, and she's 2 down now. So just do it like that.
Here's Own, fresh in the lead now, 4 down.
Calling for it to get over, and it does. That's perfect. Again, most women trying to land right there and not necessarily at the base.
Mm-hmm.
Have we ever seen anyone like really go for it? Like, has Evelina just popped off and get up and over the hill?
On the tee shot?
Yeah. I don't think we've ever seen it.
I don't think so either.
I don't know. Evelina was doing some stuff at Worlds. It was blowing my mind.
She was. I feel like if this one kind of stumpy tree you see to the left, that one tree right there keeps people from doing that.
Yeah, it's true. Missy gonna land maybe just a bit short of the landing zone, but still totally fine. Center cut is good. Holyn really looked like she's been squatting at the gym lately. Her quads are popping in that frame.
She's calling for it to get left, and it does. It's maybe not quite as left as she wants, but I think she will be able to get up and over the hill pretty easily from there.
Considering she brushed that right side, that's a great result. And Paige just going fierce again, not getting too crazy. I like it.
I feel like she probably tries to just go fierce, fierce, fierce on this hole.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
Here's Missy just a little bit short of what you want.
Yeah, most of the time you're seeing putters and mid-ranges on this second shot. Missy looking like a fairway driver, and she's going to be pinched left.
Paige more on the left side of the fairway, able to throw a hyzer finishing shot.
Fierce straight. Love it.
Yeah, not biting off too much there. Just barely to the mouth of the gap. Holyn with one tree.
Not quite enough turn on that one. It even pans out at the end. She's going to be also short left. And decision time here for Own. How aggressive are you going to get? She put a little bit on it, but not crazy. Also tucked a little left.
I didn't realize that no one got really aggressive on that second shot.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people just try to lay up dead center like Paige did.
I don't want this tonal shot. I go to Hammer Town on the second shot.
Honestly, awesome.
I thought a lot of people did that. But everyone really trusting their ability to make this tunnel shot.
Yeah, it's so far from here.
It is far.
Like 275
Look
from
how
where
dark
Paige
it is. It's so dense right now. See, I think this shot is so hard too.
Oh, it is. And, uh-oh. There's another, what would you call that over there?
There's a fence
Past
that
the fence.
blocks. Yeah, it is canyon. It's
Canyon?
canyony.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
It's a cliff. It drops straight off, very steep.
It is OB this year, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it hasn't been in the past. People have played down there.
Nice little flexing forehand shot from Own.
Yeah, that was really well managed. Missy not able to do anything really, but kind of a nice pitch out, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
At least she didn't have to go straight out.
And just like right at that tester distance of about 150, 160. And a nice, pretty straight shot from Missy. This averaged as the fourth most difficult hole of the day today.
Wait a second.
Uh-oh.
Paige is down there. It's not out of bounds. There's the fence.
I thought it was out of
I thought it
bounds.
was. I always think it is, and I think it never is. And it really should be, because look at this angle that Paige is standing at. That's insane. The camera doing a really good job of just showing how messed up this is.
Wait, so did she kick back down
Yeah,
again?
she did. Now she has to go even straighter uphill. Because she has to throw over the fence. Yikes.
That absolutely should be out of bounds.
It should be.
I thought without a doubt. No, it's not marked on the course
I
map
thought
either.
it had to be, because it
A
is
safety.
crazy down there. Paige doing a good job to get out in two and park it for a really, impressive double bogey, which sounds crazy, but that spot was whack.
Man, yeah, I had no idea that was not out of bounds. Ooh, Holyn giving it a nice run for birdie from circle 2. Man, I've never been down there.
I've only heard horror stories.
Me too. I've looked over it. Oh man,
Great birdie bid from Own. Because usually we're here, it's like wetter, slipperier, muddier. So people have gone down that, and at least it was dry-ish for Paige. It's not saying much. It's truly awful down there.
A nice par from Missy after having to pitch out her third. There were only 5 birdies on hole 12 today. Wow.
Holyn again low on a par bid. And unfortunately, the first blemish on Paige's scorecard is going to be a double. Really tough break.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate to go down there, especially it looked like it was maybe just below or right over the top of that fence, and it just doesn't happen very much.
And just to have to get up and over that fence on your way back, that's mean.
Yeah, definitely not something you practice.
No.
Oh,
Oh, and so close on another birdie. In a tie for first still, though, with Rebecca Cox. Oh, Miss Madison Walker makes an appearance.
hello. Honk.
Hello.
Hey, hole 13. It's, I think, one of the most challenging tee shots. I know it's just a hyzer, but it's so narrow and the gap is narrow far away. And then this one little fir type tree right here blocks so many shots from landing in the spot where you can go across on your second. This is a major decision-making hole because if you're slightly out of position, this out-of-bounds pond comes into play so fast. This year they pulled that OB line a lot wider. Even though the water does not reach all the way out, they decided to stake the OB line out there just in case it floods.
Maybe they didn't remember how big the pond was originally.
Yeah. Owen's going to throw this shot perfectly.
That's so well done. She even had the tiniest bit of flex on it, which is so hard to do through that gap. What do you think is more common, early left or overturning to the right?
Overturning to the right.
I think so too. The left side can be, well, they're both brutal. Missy gonna push that right side. I want a straight hyzer, and she actually gets away with it fine.
Gosh, is she far enough to maybe go for it?
Maybe,
might not
but
be.
she's also pinned up on that tree. Hard to say.
And this is at 500 feet. This is one that everyone wants to birdie so bad. All it takes is just getting this tee shot out, but it is just easier said than done.
Yeah.
Especially this year, it feels more narrow than ever.
Probably just because it's so leafy. But yeah, you do see just a lot of pitch ups before the pond on the second, more than you'd like at 500 feet.
Paige sawing it off a little bit, but getting through those trees on the left. We'll see if she has something to work with.
Holyn just going to chip up before the pond. Yeah, you're looking at a drop-off, which is always interesting, and you think, oh, maybe I'll just land short, but there is room to land past it. It's like an optical illusion or something. Paige going for it. No.
No. Yeah.
Okay. For a second.
Yeah.
For a second.
It was kind of an aggressive pitch up, though. She's only 10 or 12 feet short of the OB line.
That's what I mean. There's more room than you think after that hillside. Owen able to go across on the second. Overturns this right out of her hand. That's a good break.
Yeah, it's safe. There's a lot of trees over there that she could easily hit, but she managed to sneak through all of them.
Give her that world champ love.
Yeah.
Missy, yeah, great distance off the tee, but pinched on the right and just has a little pitch up.
And it's the worst to have to do that right here.
Yep.
We've all done it.
Oof.
Uh-oh.
Holyn not in a good position to go across on her third.
She's pushing.
And doesn't like it out of her hand, but it works out okay.
Yeah, she'll still be in circle 2 with a difficult putt.
And it's just tough when it's your day to work so hard for a par over and over and over again. Pretty fierce upshot from Missy. So difficult to control your speed on this little ant mound.
Paige jump putting across the pond.
Big jump. Ooh, nice. Holyn just outside to save par.
Yep, little drop off behind the basket here. Man, so close to saving it again.
And cage, like 1 inch low cage, I swear is the worst thing to do mentally over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Thankfully her disc looks like it checked up inside the circle. Missy with a nice par, even with that pitch out. She's having to do a lot of that today.
Yeah, frustrating day for Missy too. But she's keeping it clean. She got that one birdie. There's time. Hard to stay patient and calm out here at Northwood.
It's also hard to stay lacking anxiety before heading to hole 14. What's the word I'm looking for? It's hard to stay calm before going to 14. You know that hole is there waiting for you.
Yeah.
Hole 14 is the round ruiner.
I just like describing something as the lack of something else that you're obviously feeling.
Yeah.
Big tie at the top at 4 under. Hole 14 at par 5, 731 feet. Another one where you can't get too aggressive off the tee. It's just a placement shot to the middle of this tunnel. Sometimes you see more kind of hyzers and skip shots that get slightly aggressive, but then you have what, 500 feet of tunnel to traverse, and it never gets easier even on the green. So it, distance-wise, gettable by everyone. Just the way it is wise, so difficult. No, you will never play this hole the same way twice, not even close.
No, it played as the most difficult hole, and it normally does. Most competitors not necessarily even having their game plan set up to get a birdie.
Yeah.
You will see players get hyper aggressive on the second shot. You can't really get aggressive on the first shot, but most people knowing that they just want to keep it in the middle and rely on that third shot to get somewhere close up to the green. But 500 feet of tunnel, it feels like all 730 feet of the hole is right here.
Paige pushing deep. Trying to get maybe a little on the aggressive side on the tee shot, but it's not horrible over there.
It's a better mistake to make than early,
yes,
for sure.
And Holyn definitely getting a little more aggressive, putting some height under it and trying to fade. Almost perfect. She'll be pinned. Classic hole 14.
Missy, perfect placement shot.
Trying to channel her non-anxiety.
And here's where it begins.
Yeah, just a little right on the drive, kicks over to the left, probably in forehand land over there. And as Madison said, just going to see a lot of pretty aggressive shots through here because it is worth it if you can cover the distance, even if you don't end up in the best spot.
I tried something different today and tried to just go slow speed on this shot and just keep it in the middle, but then you get up. Oh, no. Then you get up to where that shot lands, and I threw it perfectly, and then you're like, wow, I still have 400 feet left.
Yeah, it is absolutely worth it to get aggressive on the second.
It is.
Holyn catching first available, now unable to get this forehand to turn. It's a decent kick.
Yeah.
It's crazy it's this dark. This is like 11 a.m.
The sun is still coming up.
Some dense woods.
Yeah. Paige, not left with many options there.
Yeah, that's got to be a 450 feet of tunnel.
Yep, that's early, and a kick left is not what you were hoping for.
Brutal. Yeah, I think right side definitely is a little bit friendlier, but can still be horrible. And there's some OB over there. You know, right next to that cornfield.
Yep. Missy with a nice little flexing turnover forehand shot.
That's my favorite shot down this tunnel because the right side's a bit friendlier.
Mm-hmm.
Not friendly, though, for Holyn here. Not able to bite off very much. Owns third. Still a lot of work. Needs a lot of turn on this forehand.
Oh,
she does it.
wait,
I mean, kind of.
Did she go through those trees?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
She did. It was a good angle. It was just a little lucky at the end. Paige left with not much of a gap. Just going to pitch a turning sidearm. It's well managed from there.
Holyn's fifth and still not much to work with.
At least there's a real gap this time. It's not an easy one, but that is a solid shot from there. She's still going to be in circle 2 for her bogey save.
So for the stats on this hole, while we're watching everyone throw a lot of shots, most difficult hole of the day, like I said, it averaged 0.82 over par. There were 51% of the field took a single bogey, 16 with a double bogey or worse, 16%. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little box at the end of the hole where you just deposit your lunch money afterwards.
Yeah. And your pride.
I think that goes with lunch money. If someone's taking your lunch money, you don't got any pride left.
Yeah. Yeah, only, let's see, 7 players got to circle 2 in regulation, only 3 to circle 1.
Missy doing a good job to get under the basket for a par. It feels great on this hole. Holyn giving it such a good run for her bogey save. Own from almost 50, it looks like. Not able to make her par happen. First bogey, though, since, what, hole 1?
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't a gimme either. I just trust her ability to putt.
Yeah, that's not a gimme at all. There were only 2 birdies on hole 14 today, Rebecca Dawn and Kat Murch. And shout out for a lifetime achievement.
A fair system would be if they were able to take the lunch money that everyone else deposits.
Yeah, they get to eat good.
Yeah. I'm going to petition for that.
Every bogey stroke, you drop $1 in there.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Missy doing a great job to get a par there. Oh, and dropping off 1 stroke of our leaders, Rebecca Cox and Emily Weatherman.
Hole 15, our first time we see this out of bounds rope really coming into play on the wooded fairways. It's all the way down the left side, and you are definitely considering it off the tee. You see forehands to avoid that. You also see huge backhand shots, but you just got to make sure you do not hyzer at the end, because even with the grassy fairway, you can get a big skip OB. Your second shot is to a well-guarded green. Kind of the theme out here at Northwoods. It's a very narrow tunnel on the way in. You can sneak a hyzer forehand to the left side as well on your second. Looks like we're going to watch Danny Clyden attempt that here.
Got a feeling here. I bet this is a berg. Oh, and she throws it in.
Yes, the airplane celebration. Yes.
What a shot.
She throws the berg so well.
Fun to have that one on camera. Man, a forehand thrown is like just one of the best feelings for some reason.
Mm-hmm. There's Missy showing us the big backhand. You can see her really pushing that right side. And unfortunately not going to get quite as much finish as you want, but she will be able to shape something there.
Oh, and going backhand. The sidearm is good, but it's definitely the harder birdie.
Yes, it's hard to get your disc to lay down.
But I think you'll more often end up with the par. Oh, and also avoiding that left side, same as Missy, going to end up on that right side just a bit. Yeah, the perfect tee shot, I feel like, rides this left side and then finds that bubble. But this is why it's so scary, because Paige out of bounds pretty early and is not going to have much from there.
She, knew right out of her hand. Holyn going huge.
Just a little too far on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Good distance, but that's why you see Missy and Owen pushing that right side so hard, because now Paige and Holyn going to try to save a par, and you're only left with this big flexing distance sidearm. Paige going to burn it into the ground pretty early. Holyn still with what looks like a mid.
Coming off quite a few bogey strokes here, too. Oh, man, that was looking so good.
It's solid,
yep.
But still, yet again, a difficult par look for Holyn.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have a chance to get there. So close. Misses that tree. That was perfect. A classic line in disc golf.
Missy opting for the forehand as well.
Yeah, there's kind of a little tunnel over there. It's not great, but it's doable,
and
Missy does it.
Right on the edge of the circles where a lot of those shots end up. Little uphill putt for birdie. Paige with some work left, throwing 4.
I think this is such a difficult little backhand.
It is.
Paige making quick work of it, but it is hard, that dead straight gap. I mean, after you hit the gap, you still have to go, 80 feet?
Mm-hmm. And the right to left downhill, you can see Owen's disc kind of getting pulled that direction.
Yep.
It really does affect the disc.
Holyn about 45 uphill. Not able to save a par, and boy, they are stacking. I feel you, girl. This back corner is so tough.
Uh-huh. And punishing.
Like 12 through what? I guess 16 can be brutal too. 12 through 16, maybe 17, maybe 18. Just an absolutely brutal finish.
Yeah.
I feel like 16, 17, 18 are a little easier, but if you're not clean off the tee.
They are very punishing.
Yes.
Yeah, with a mistake, you are paying with 2, sometimes 3 strokes.
Sometimes a little blood too. You know, there's a lot of thorns out there in the
There's
rough.
so many thorns.
What's going on, guys? Hold My Bag just launched the greatest disc golf fantasy game in the universe.
Hold My Bag just dropped the best fantasy disc golf game the planet has ever seen.
I want to tell you guys about the newest disc golf fantasy game on the market.
One of my favorite parts is the Hold My Bag. This is something that we started doing, and it's actually a lot of fun.
Hole 16, where it maybe starts to get easier, question mark, a downhill par 3 at 330 feet. It does play slightly less than that being downhill. You could even throw a mid actually, so that's nice. But there's a lot of stuff to avoid. If you do throw that mid, you got to throw it high. There's danger up there. You see a lot of fairway drivers. The worst mistake I thought was late left in that creek, which is casual, but it's very hard to get over there and sometimes very hard to get out of there. You can land at 40 feet and have absolutely nothing. Here's an example. Is this Danny? No way she does it 2 for 2.
No way.
I think that's a Berg again.
No way.
Man, I gotta go confirm this with her, but that's so sick. No way she goes 2 holes in a row, big birdie throws.
With 4 hands too.
And look at how she has to get out of here. Like, it's messed up in there.
It is.
Catching up with one of our leaders, Rebecca Cox.
So pretty.
That's so good. I wonder if that's a mid or a fairway. Kind of looked fairway-ish.
She was throwing the St. Pro a bunch. I feel like that might have been a St. Pro.
That would be a solid choice for this one. Rebecca to go 5 down. Great putt.
Yeah, super tester putt. Terrible footing.
Super wide straddle. She must do yoga. I found out that early right is actually the worst place you can be. So, Missy, so good at this dead straight shot. I think late right is probably the best mistake you can make, and she actually pushes through and it's gonna have a long look.
Yeah, late right, you can actually even putt from the short side.
It's not even a mistake, it's just a game plan. It's so hard to get on the green on this one.
Yeah, you can see Owen erroring to that side as well.
Oh, that's not, yeah, it's not even an error. It's just good.
It's not. It was perfect.
I mean, realistically, she was trying to go where the basket is, but Paige just trusting that fierce. And that's kind of the trouble with the slow speed disc. You got to push that high ceiling. Or it's kind of lower on the right, I suppose. Pretty looking shot. Oh, it's so difficult to pure it like that, and she's not totally going to be rewarded with a nice stance. Ooh, Paige from so early left trying to work a forehand.
I didn't realize that. Oh, man, I didn't realize her kick was that bad.
Not as bad as early right, let me tell you. She is really still having to work so hard, though.
Oh, no.
And I think both of her shots were decent, too. And now she's in that creek, maybe? Rough. Missy's second technical little upshot. Yep. Paige for a bogey.
Having to take casual relief and not able to convert. And there's the teeth of this hole.
Yeah, they're gross, muddy teeth.
Yeah.
Leave your shoes all mud covered for hours.
What a birdie from Own. Own one of only 8 on the hole today.
Let's move back to 4 down. Holyn from probably a very slippery stance. Yeah. She is able to stay up, but you could see the difficulty to try to put power behind that putt. Paige, unfortunately, with the double there. Crazy how quickly the strokes stack up out here. Not if you're Own, though. 4 down, but still only in a tie for third. Rebecca Cox and Emily Weatherman now 5 down.
Hole 17, another OB roped fairway all the way down the left side. You don't want to go over there, so thank goodness it is OB. You see backhand routes, the way the drone is flying up the left side, a turning shot where you have to hopefully avoid this one tree right here. You also see forehand flex lines on the right side gap finishing towards the green. There is that out of bounds line on the left side of the green that can come into play if your disc hyzer's out a little earlier than you want. We see players accidentally going a little bit too far on this hole sometimes. New problem with FPO. Here's Emily Weatherman with that flexing shot, barely missing that tree and pushing just a little bit too far.
A new problem.
She's going to have a bit of a tester putt from back there with the drop off behind it and wide straddle as well. Oh, she can do it all.
Oh, nice. The left side ringer. Wow, to move to 6 down. Dang, is she bogey free too? I'm gonna look this up.
What a round from Emily Weatherman. Always showing us what she's made of in the on the wooded courses. Here's Own with that flex forehand. She turned that a lot.
You have to. This is a really difficult line, I think, created for Own Scoggins.
Oh my!
That was so difficult.
That's the most you could push both sides of the fairway.
But you have to get there. Like, that was awesome.
There's Missy with the line we just saw, Emily Weatherman. This one not messing around as much with the tree, and look at that inside the circle.
It's like Emily's 6 down with a bogey, actually.
Wow.
So a lot of birdies. Let's see this again from Missy. Beautiful park job. Missy throwing her ESP Swirl Captain's Thrasher on that one. Holyn attempting the flex. Ooh, gets the turn and the fade.
Yeah. So much height to get that power.
Ah, Paige early out of the hand.
And she dropped down on the line.
She's
yeah.
safe. Okay. Finally, a good break. And Paige demonstrating her forehand approach skills with that one. Not an easy angle. Still some work left, though, for the par.
And a nice putt. And a nice little break from the bogey train she had unfortunately found. As can happen.
Yeah, she was due for a good break.
Uh-huh.
Holyn able to get a birdie after some bogeys
She's back.
of her own. Yeah, feels good. I mean, not that many people land inside the circle on this one, I'm betting.
Yeah. They're 12.
Oh,
landed
nice.
In circle 1,
Wow,
19 in
FPO.
circle 2. Yeah.
Getting good.
17's like, I don't want to say easy because I feel like it's going to haunt me.
Cake.
But it's
Look at 3 birdies.
It's definitely playing friendlier. We've seen this hole be one of the hardest holes on the course in years prior.
That's easy. Just gotta change your attitude, I guess. I'll try that.
I don't
3
wanna call,
birdies is so good.
I don't want to call any hole out here easy, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. Wrapping up, 18 is a par 4, 590 feet. Pretty difficult tee shot. You see a lot of fairway drivers and even sometimes max distance drivers. For the most part, you're trying to get a backhand to the base of the hill. And then even if you throw the perfect tee shot, to try to throw up and over this hill, kind of dead straight. How far do you think it is from the top of the hill? Like 330? Wait, no, 380?
Yeah, it's far. 350, 360,
yeah.
maybe a little bit more.
It is far, so to go from the base of the hill and to have a birdie look like Cat Merch has takes something really special. And even she's deep in circle 2 to get the birdie.
No way.
I swear you maybe see like 2 birdies on this one around. Cat putting together a 4-down round with that one.
A birdie on 18 is crazy. It's just not one I even have in my playbook.
Yeah, not my favorite finishing hole for sure.
Yeah, for FPO, we do have a shorter tee pad, but it still is just not the most exciting, especially since we finished the tournament on this hole.
Yeah.
Northwood's being our final course that we play on Sunday.
Yeah, just rare to see that birdie. Own out there pretty nicely.
It's really important to get your disc to fade to the left on this tee shot. Being tucked to the right is brutal. There's so many trees on that corner, and they checkerboard in a way that you can't really find a gap to get through on your second.
That's not true. There's one gap.
Yeah.
Out of 350 trees.
Yeah. We'll call it a quote-unquote gap.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Holyn behind a very dramatic V tree. Big distance from Holyn. You don't usually see people push too deep on this one. Paige with a similar problem. You don't see the gap?
Missy far enough where she does have a
I mean, she has like one initial gap, but then
no,
there's
it's
nothing after that.
No, yeah, it's so dark that
It's
I
just
couldn't
a
see all
wall.
the trees.
Uh-huh.
Here's Own far enough, though, where she does have the gap that you're supposed to be gunning for.
And that's such a good shot. And is she's not in circle 2, or is she?
She might be just barely inside circle 2.
And that's about as good as you ever see it done.
Oh, man, actually, I don't think she is. I think Cat Merch was the only player to get to circle 2 in regulation.
Dang. And she was deep in circle 2.
Mm-hmm.
Paige pitching out and not very far and not to the best spot, having to now throw a flex forehand, but that is a nice angle.
That had some really great pop on it.
Yeah, it did. Incredible. Holyn through. I swear, this is the most dramatic V I've ever seen.
And
Solid.
yeah.
More than solid.
Wait, is she in circle 2?
I think she is.
Okay, so Cat Merch was not in circle 2.
That makes sense.
Holyn Handley, the only player to get to circle 2 in regulation.
Tricked you.
It wasn't a spoiler because I was wrong.
I want a clip of that and just play that on repeat. Missy's third, able to get right around circle's edge, but likely obstructed. Own for her birdie. Look, so far away.
Yeah. This plays us the second most difficult hole of the day. You can see all the ways. Holyn with the closest look at birdie in the field.
Oh, depressing, honestly.
Yep. There was no one in circle 1 in regulation. That's unsurprising. And Cat Merch was the only birdie.
Good one. Missy unable to save the par. Having a really clean back 9, but gonna finish a couple up. Nice par save. What a scramble from Paige. Not quite her day, but let's finish with a slow mez, and we're gonna move on to Sunset Hills for the next 2 days, where there's a lot more scoring opportunity.
And it's always fun. Even if Northwoods is a little bit mean on some days, it's always a fun course to play.
Yeah.
More woods golf. more wood
Yeah,
stuff.
honestly, I really do love this course. Even though there's only 3 that average under par, it feels fair enough that you can still attack it, you know?
Yep, you can birdie every hole besides 18.
Besides 18. And 3.
And 1.
Yeah. But
The
besides
sandwich.
those ones.
The sandwich.
The par sandwich.
And yeah, but kind of a brutal day for our feature card.
Except for own.
Besides own. And but we just know that they want a little bit more out here. We're going to watch Rebecca Cox, Owen Scoggins, Kat Murch, and Emily Weatherman tomorrow on lead card, playing some very different golf, like Erika said, at Sunset Hills Golf Course. It's a more of a birdie or die type of course.
I don't know. We say that, and then it's actually pretty hard. We don't see a ton of like double digits or more.
Yeah.
So I might rescind that title. I don't know.
Honestly, I like that because let's take some pressure off of it. But it is a much shorter course compared to a lot of the golf courses
definitely.
that we're playing
Yeah.
these days on tour.
And each one actually is birdieable.
Also, sadly, it did lose a fair amount of trees, so it is going to be playing a couple strokes easier this year, but we will talk to you all about that tomorrow. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh, silly.
We have 2 rounds at Sunset Hills that we will talk you through thoroughly, probably a little too thoroughly.
As we do.
Yep. And so I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm Madison Walker.
And I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese, and please, honk. And please help us get to 500,000 followers. Hit the subscribe, do the YouTubes, help us keep our jobs.
Honk. We love you guys. Bye.
Sunshine, get up on my body, know it truly, I feel fine. Get up, watch your body, and I feel that sunshine. Get up on my body, know it truly, I feel fine.